Beautiful day here, last day of September, and I did my pre-ride inspections. My tires were down, 2 in the front, 3 pounds in the back. I brought them both back up to I think it's 36, 40, 41, something like that. And the oil's good. Cleaned my windshield. I'm packed for the weather. I think it's going up to 75 today. We've had a week of rain. I put the stock mufflers back on just for a while. I took the Harley 2014 Street Glide mufflers off. They were a little bit noisy for me, but they look good. What I wanted to do today, I think I'm going to head up towards towards New York today. But there's a couple things I wanted to point out. Right here is a 12-volt power socket for you to plug into to charge your phone, to operate your little air pump, to pump up an air mattress or fix a flat. Okay, and there's a little button beside it, rubber covered. It's got a rubber boot over it, push button that turns on the driving lights. And also on the left side under there, right here, that is a headlight adjuster. You can aim it up and down right there. You turn it counterclockwise to make it go up, and clockwise to make it go down. You may not be able to read the, there's an instruction on it that tells you which way to turn it to make the headlight go up or down. But I checked my suspension air pressures. It's been about 3 months since I checked them. 7 is the max for the forks. When I checked them, one was down to 3 and the other one was down to 4. It's cold. It's getting cold, or going down into the 40s at night sometimes here just north of Pittsburgh. But so I took them back up to 7, and the rear shock had, I keep 20 in it, and it was down to 15. Now that's not bad over 3 months. And I know these shocks are known for possibly having a leak of oil, you know, because the linkage looks it's always covered with black dirt from the dust on the road sticking to the leakage on that rubber bellows looking boot on it. But it doesn't, it's not pushing oil out even with air in it. So, and they're in the same chamber, because when I changed the oil in this shock twice. I have videos, both videos on YouTube here. And I took the air hose off, turned the shock over, let it drain overnight, and I put back in as much oil as I got out. I used 7 weight fork oil. And I don't know if it was the placebo effect or my imagination or what, but it felt like it felt like it was working a little better. The oil that came out was as black as ink. So that was a good thing. Now, there's another reason to change your oil in your shock and in your forks. They're air forks, air shock. So what? So that means when you put air in, you're putting condensation in there. That can't get out, just like the oil, and that will go in there and homogenize or mix with the oil, and I'm sure it changes the properties of the oil. And the same with the forks, because in the owner's manual it says, when it gives you a periodic chart for changing, for doing maintenance, like taking off the swing arm every 16,000 miles and checking the valve adjustment every 26,000 miles, I think it is, which my valves were not out of adjustment when I checked them at 30,000 when I bought this machine 2-3 years ago. When you keep putting air in your forks, you're putting water in there. And in the owner's manual, it says under maintenance, when it comes to changing the fork oil, the words they use is not necessary. So they're saying it's not necessary to change the fork oil, and I disagree with them on that, just for the fact that you're putting air that's not dry in the forks. So over the winter, I keep putting it off. I'll tell you why I keep putting it off. It's got these shields over the clamps. I just don't see how you get them off unless I pull the upper triple clamp, which I guess I'm going to have to do. But to do that, you got to take the fairing off. So I keep putting it off, but I'll get to it. That's like the last thing on this machine that I have not done, is the forks, the fork oil change, which I am going to do. So anyway, I'm headed out today for a few hours. Well, probably, what time is it? It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll probably get home about 8 tonight. Oh, my tires. I've got those Kenda Cruz, K-R-U-Z tires on there. I put on there at, well, I looked yesterday. There you have 2,800 miles on them. Okay, I like them. I can let go of the bars, like to fix my zipper or pull my gloves up or just give my hands a break, and I don't get any head shake. I've had brand new tires on motorcycles that you couldn't let go of the bars for a second. It would start to do a tank slapper. But they have nice manners and a nice ride. And my tire pressure, let's see. Yeah, I haven't had to add air really for, there's no leakage, I don't think. I think it's just the cooler temperatures that condensed makes the air pressure go down a bit. But the rear tire new had 7 millimeters of tread. All right. It now has 5.5 millimeters of tread on the right side, on the left side, and 6 millimeters of tread depth on the right side. As I've explained before, when you're going down the road, you're actually riding on the left side of the tire slightly, and you wear the left side of your tires out before the right side. In countries that drive on the right side of the road, because the roads are domed, curved, they call it, what do they call that? But anyway, the front tire had 3.5 millimeters new, and right now it's down to 2 3/4 millimeters on the left side and 3 1/4 millimeters on the right side. So I've lost 3/4 of a millimeter on the left side and 1/4 millimeter of tread of rubber on the right side, which is normal. And like I said, they exhibit no bad habits. Anyway, that's my pre-ride inspection. I'm waiting for my buddy to show up. He did show up, and he had the wrong boots on. He had his slippers on, so we had to go home and get his boots. So I'm heading out today. I'm gonna leave this on the side of the road somewhere today. Now that has something in it that's valuable. And just for fun, I'm going to tell you where, I'm going to show you where it is. I'll tell you what road I'm on, and I will show you where I am leaving it. And if you want to take a ride to go get it, fine, just let me know that you've got it. Otherwise, I'm going to go back and get it in a couple weeks or next time I pass where I'm at. But something to do. See you there.